Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's short lesson, we're going to be learning the song All You Need Is Love in simple 3-note chords. Here's the chord sheet. Let's jump right into it with the intro. Which 3 chords do we need to start this first line? We need the F chord, the C chord, and the D minor chord. It's going to look like this on the piano. F, C, D minor. Alright, you might notice that all 3 of those chords have the exact same shape, and when I say shape, I mean 3 white keys, all separated by 1 white key in between. In order to play the F chord, we need to find the foundational note or the root note of the chord, and the root note for the F chord is the F note, and that's right here. We're going to play that with our right thumb, play that shape, and that gives us a simple 3-note F chord. In order to play the C chord, we need to find the new root. The root of the C chord is going to be the C note, so we lift our fingers, and with our right thumb, slide over to the C, play the same shape, and that gives us a 3-note C chord or C major chord. In order to play the D minor, all we need to do is find the new root, which is D. We slide our right thumb over to the D, play the same shape, and that gives us a D minor. Great. Now as far as timing goes, the F is going to get 2 counts, or 2 beats, the C is going to get 2 counts, and the D minor is going to get 3 counts. So it'll sound like this. F, 2, C, 2, D minor, 2, 3, F, 2, C, 2, D minor, 2, 3, like that. One of the things that makes playing this song a little tricky is the timing. The feel of the song is in 4, so we would count the constant beat in 4 typically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that works for most of the song, but there's a number of phrases that end by dropping a beat. For instance, this D minor, if we were counting the whole song in 4, we would expect that D minor to be counted for 4, but it's not. It's only counted for 3. And so I would say that if you're brand new to the piano and it makes it easier, you can play that D minor for 4 beats instead, so it would sound like this. F, 2, C, 2, D minor, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, C, like that. And I would not blame you for that at all. I'm going to play the song in the original form, so I'm going to give the D minor 3 counts, and let's move on to the next line, the third line, which starts with a brand new chord, G minor. This is actually a chord that I don't think we've seen in any of the piano tutorials before. We do know how to play the G major, which is this, where our thumb is on the G. And if you've seen my video on how to make any major chord, any minor chord in the world, you know it's really easy to make a major chord minor. All we need to do is change 1 note. It's this note right here, which is the major third of the chord. We need to change that major third into a minor third. And we can always do that by playing 1 piano key to the left on the piano keyboard, which is this black key right here. That's the minor third of the chord. And if we play those 3 notes at the same time, that gives us a simple 3-note G minor chord, which is a nice sounding chord in this song. And then we move on to the F, which we've already played, and the C, which we've already played. Great. Now we come to a couple different versions of C. We have a C7, a C6, and then back to the original C. Since we're playing 3-note chords, it's going to make playing that C7 difficult. I'll show you what that C7 is. Here's the C. We've already played that. In order to play C7, we're going to add this minor 7th of the chord, play it together, and that would give us a C7. This would be the C6. That's obviously a little awkward to play with 2 hands that way. You could play it with your pinky, like that. This is going to be much easier to play when we move on to playing 4-note chords with 2 hands. It'll make it easier, but for now, that's a way that you can play that little walk down. And then the timing for that last line, each one of the chords is going to get 2 counts. So it'll be G minor for 2, F for 2, C for 2, C7 for 2, C6 for 2, C. Like that. All right, let's try it with the lyrics. And what I'm going to do this time through is I'm going to add in that little 2-note pickup on the bass right before we get to that second F. And so let's start with this first F, fingers in position. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, 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 2, 3. Love, 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 2, 3. G minor, love, love, 2, C7, C6, C, and then it's that little line is, and then we go go to the F, which is the first chord of the verse. So we're all set with the intro, moving on to the verse. The great thing about the verse is that the chord progression and the timing of playing all these chords is the exact same as the intro. So we already know how to do it, and we just need to add in the lyrics. So let's give that a try. We'll start with that F again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. And then that moves on to the second half of the verse. All right, for this second half of the verse, let's switch it up a little bit. Instead of playing each chord one time when we see it on the chord sheet, we're going to play each chord the number of beats that it gets. So this F, remember, gets 2 beats, so we're going to play that F twice. We'll play the C twice, and then the D minor we'll play 3 times. So it'll sound like this. F, F, C, C, D minor, 2, 3. F, F, C, C, D minor, 2, 3. G minor, 2, F, then C. Okay, like that. And we'll try it with the lyrics. 2, 3, 4. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. And then we're moving on to the chorus. Fantastic. All right, the chords that we need for the chorus are F, G, C, and C7. We know how to play all those chords, and those are the chords for the first 2 lines. Let's look at the third line of the chorus, which I think is probably the hardest line of the whole song. So let's take it chord by chord. It starts with the F chord, which we already know how to play, and then it moves on to A7. For now, we can just ignore the 7 and just play what's remaining, which is A. In order to play the A chord, we're going to slide our right thumb up to the new root, which is A. If we play the same shape, that's going to give us A minor. We actually want A major. We can do what we did earlier in the song when we used the G major to figure out how to play the G minor and go in the opposite direction. If we know that this is A minor, in order to make a minor chord major, all we need to do is change this middle note. This is the minor third, and we need to make it a major third. We can always do that by going up 1 piano key. If we play these 3 keys at the same time, that gives us a simple 3-note A major chord. All right, the next chord is D minor. We've already played that one. And then the next chord after that is F. You can play the F up here, which sounds pretty nice and is easy going from the D, but I think it's going to make that next chord, A sharp, more difficult to find. So my suggestion is to go from this D minor down to this F here. And then let's take a look at this A sharp. This is a brand new chord, not just for this song, but I don't think we've had it in any other piano tutorial. Let's use our chord hack to figure out how to build this A sharp chord. Now I should point out that this chord name has 2 characters, the capital A and then this sharp sign after it, which looks like a number sign. Even though it's 2 characters, it's just 1 chord. It's the name of 1 chord. It's also the name of 1 note. It's this note right here, which is A sharp. This is the A note. This is the A sharp note. This note and key can also be called B flat, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to call it A sharp and be done with it for now. Now, is this A sharp chord a major chord or a minor chord? Take a look. It doesn't have a lowercase m next to it, so it is a major chord. We know how to make any major chord using our chord hack, which says play the root of the chord, which is A sharp, count up 4 piano keys, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will always give us the major third of the chord, and then we can count up from the major third 3 half steps or 3 piano keys, 1, 2, 3. That will always give us the 5th of the chord, and there we go, the 3 notes that we need for the A sharp or A sharp major. Let's move our fingers around so that we can play this chord in the similar fashion to the way we're playing other chords. We'll play the A sharp with our thumb, and then these 2 notes, instead of playing the white key down here, remember those white keys extend up into the black keys, and we can play them up here, which will make it easier for us to play the A sharp with our thumb. There's the A sharp. Now obviously this is a very different shape than the other chords we're playing. We're going to be going from the F to the A sharp. My suggestion is take that slow and practice it, and think about where each of your fingers starts off and where they need to end up. For instance, this thumb needs to go from here, this F, up to the A sharp. Think about that independently, And then we think about our index finger is going to be going from this A to this D, but not down here. Remember, it's going to be up here. So think about going from this A up to this D. Okay, and then try playing those two notes and then moving up to the new two notes for the A sharp. Try that until it doesn't feel as awkward. And then you're ready to add the third note. It's going to go from the C up to this F, but it's not going to be down here. Remember, up here. So we're going to go from the C up here to the F. So play that F, and then move up and to the right to play the A sharp. And try that a few times until it feels more comfortable. And then we're ready to move on to the next chord, which is C. And then the last chord of that line is F. All right, let's put all the chords of that line together, and we'll take it at a slow tempo. 2, 3, 4, F. Then A, then D minor, then F, then A sharp, then C, then F. All right, you can pause the video, practice that as much as you need, and then when you're ready, come back and we'll play the chorus. All right, let's try the chorus with the lyrics. Pick up the tempo a little bit. 2, 3, 4. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All right, that's the whole chorus. In fact, that's the whole song. Those are all the chords, and the only thing that changes moving on are lyrics. Congratulations, there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate video explaining how to play 4-note chords. And what I'll do to end this video is basically play through the last verse into the chorus, showing you what that looks like, but I won't do much explanation. I'll just explain that in order to move on to 4-note chords, we're going to take this 3-note chord that we're playing with one hand, and we're going to split it into two hands. So instead of playing this root, the F, with our right thumb, we'll play it with the left thumb, and then we're going to play the third with our right thumb, the fifth with our index finger, and then that'll free up some fingers so that we can play the octave up here, and that gives us our 4-note chord. And so I'll play that through, starting with the last verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. Ba-ba-da-da-da. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All right, there is All You Need Is Love in simple 3-note chords. Good luck with it. And if you're interested in the 4-note chord version or the 5-note chord version, let me know in the comments. I'll try to put that together and post it pretty soon. Thanks for joining me for this song, and we'll see you in the next video.